Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, colleagues and friends. It's such a great honour and a true privilege to welcome you here to Scotland and to Glasgow on behalf of everyone at Alzheimer Scotland. We're extremely privileged to host this event in Scotland, and I'm delighted that so many of you have travelled from across Europe to join us here over the next 2 days and stand beside us in our search for a greater and deeper understanding of how we can ensure that we promote the rights, the dignity and autonomy of people with dementia in all that we do throughout Europe. And colleagues, it's not only a privilege to stand beside you today, but it's also a privilege to stand on the shoulders of the giants that have gone before us and taken us to this point in time where dementia is truly becoming a global priority. It's taken many hours, days, weeks, months, years of campaigning to reach this point. And we would never have been there or here without those individuals that have gone before us and given their hearts, their souls, their dedication and their commitment to ensuring that we as a European movement and we as a global movement can truly protect and improve the rights and the lives of people with dementia and their families. In Scotland, we are fortunate to have been inspired by many such individuals, both past and present, and we are particularly proud of the work of the Scottish Dementia Working Group, and you will hear from Henry Rankin, its current chair, shortly. We've also been inspired by the voice and the engagement of our carers movement, and you will also hear from Jeanette Maitland of the National Dementia Carers Action Network. Colleagues, in welcoming you to Scotland, I'm inviting you to join the partnership that's been forged in Scotland between the government, our statutory bodies, people with dementia, their carers, and the many activists and members of Alzheimer Scotland. And together with our friends across our communities, and together with our many partners in every sector, and together with our government and leaders, we are truly beginning to see a transformation in the health and social care system that we provide to support people with dementia throughout Scotland. At the heart of this transformation, colleagues, is a fundamental belief in the human rights, the dignity and the autonomy of every person living with dementia in Scotland. And you will hear more about this from my colleague Jeff in a moment or two, but what I want to say to you is that to deny people with dementia and their families the right to choose, to deny people with dementia and their families the opportunity for a fulfilling and inclusive family life in the heart of their community, to deny people the right to hope and to the best possible treatments is, in our opinion, nothing short of a violation of their basic human rights. And colleagues, this is so often overlooked when we start to discuss dementia in a clinical, scientific or policy context. And the challenge for us as dementia organisations, practitioners and policymakers is to make sure that we never forget that behind every statistic, every number, every figure is an individual, a family member, a person, and most importantly, colleagues, a citizen. A citizen with the right to choose, the right to control, and the right to be included in every aspect of their care. From the moment of diagnosis to the very advanced stages of this illness, we must do all that we can to ensure that these rights are protected. And colleagues, in recent years, much has been said of how we can change the future by developing greater forms of pharmacological interventions and treatments. But let me say this to you. It is our explicit view in Scotland that the most important intervention, the most significant intervention that can make the biggest difference is human intervention. And it will take some years to see the progress that we would all want in terms of science and pharmacological solutions. And colleagues, during that time, it is you, me, all of our services, all of our staff, volunteers and support structures that will make the difference to the lives of people with dementia and their families. Human intervention has to be provided in the same way that we provide any other treatment, any other intervention. It has to be given to the highest standard, with the highest quality, in the right way, at the right time, with proper access to treatment throughout our countries. This is the only way to ensure equality. If we know and can evidence any form of therapeutic intervention is of benefit to people with dementia, everyone should be able to access this. If in one country in Europe we are making progress to understand how better to support people at the point of diagnosis, and in another, how best to support someone at the end of life stage, then we must share this information. This knowledge is why we are here. This is what we are striving to share and to achieve. Consider the depth of knowledge that has been exchanged and will be exchanged within the programme at this conference. It is simply overwhelming. But colleagues, at this conference we will do more than that. At this conference we will stand together, we will stand behind Alzheimer Europe, and we will make a joint declaration, the Glasgow Declaration, a declaration that puts all of this into a call to action for all our European partners, politicians, leaders and countries. Colleagues, this is within our hands. This is within our time. It is our responsibility to make sure we can achieve this goal and deliver this vision. We cannot and we will not allow anything to be lost in our fight to ensure the rights of people with dementia and their families are guaranteed throughout Europe. Colleagues, I hope this conference will reinvigorate or invigorate you, will help focus you and increase your learning and your understanding. And when we all walk away from here after 2 days, we walk away with a shared commitment, a shared vision, a shared view, and we walk away with a sense of pride and passion that together we, as an Alzheimer European movement, we are certain that we are going to achieve this vision and this goal. Colleagues, let us use this conference to unite our movement and stand behind a rights-based approach to supporting people to live well with dementia, right here, right now, in every country, every town, every village and every home throughout Europe. Thank you so much. I wish you a successful conference and I hope you have a wonderful stay in Scotland. Thank you.